Mag and other city officials are worried that the needs of a small group of neighbors. Students working at the Museum of Art this Saturday get to watch conference on the big screen. The Utah legislature has passed laws to better check council members' ethics. The Provo City Library is hoping that by bringing Google Fiber here, everyone in the community can have access to the county courthouse. Shoppers here can expect it to be open 24 hours a day and can expect the same prices as any Walmart in the country. So they don't go from City Hall
to 11 News at noon. Provo just got another option for grocery shopping.
That's right, a brand new Walmart store opened its doors this morning. 11 News reporter Eric Mock was there when they cut the ribbon. Eric, what was the reaction from the community at the grand opening?
Well, Justin, everyone here today is super excited for the new Walmart here in Provo. Even Mr. Oreo back here is ecstatic. He's loving it. He's getting in touch with everyone. And I was just here as store manager Matt Thomas cut the ribbon, opening the store, and there was a line all the way out here to the parking lot. This isn't your typical Walmart. They call it a neighborhood market. It's smaller than your average Walmart supercenter and doesn't sell all the same things like clothing and outdoor accessories. But the store manager Matt Thomas says the small size gives it an advantage.
They will get to know the associates a lot better, and the associates will get to know the customers a lot better, so there'll be a lot more personal interaction.
Instead of worrying about the competition, some neighboring businesses say they are excited to have a big name brand next door. Heather Kessler, manager of Edible Arrangements, says the new store will bring more curious shoppers to her door.
I think it's just been quiet for so long. People don't know that there's still stores in this complex.
Kessler says it's been 3 years since a big corporation has been in this shopping complex. Some business owners say they need a big store like Walmart as an anchor to bring shoppers in who can utilize their services which Walmart may not provide.
Especially where this is just a Walmart market, they won't have any clothing to offer, so it's totally different. It will just help both of us.
Not every local business would talk to me. Lolo's Fresh Food Warehouse, a more direct competitor just across the street, declined to comment. Although this Walmart is a little smaller than its superstore brothers, shoppers here can still expect the same prices as any Walmart in the country and for it to be open 24 hours a day. In Provo, Eric Mock, 11 News.
Thanks, Eric.
Council has done something they don't see very often these days.
They voted to increase city workers' pay by 2%, the first pay raise vote the city has seen in 6 years. City workers say they're excited to get a little more money to line their pockets, but one city council member says the pay raise is not a good thing. 11 News reporter Eric Mock talked to people on both sides of the fence. Eric, what are some of the concerns?
Well, some officials say the raise has been a long time coming, and the hardworking employees deserve it. But one Orem City Council member says the timing is not right, considering Orem's debt.
This represents the first time there's been any kind of wage adjustment in about 6 years.
Stephen Downs says even though Orem City employees haven't seen a pay increase in a while, they have kept a consistent effort, and the city wants to reward them for that. Downs says they could have given a raise earlier, but the city wanted to make absolutely sure it wasn't jumping the gun. But City Councilman Hans Anderson doesn't think Orem is prepared, and the consequences of the raise will affect other areas of city life.
And one of the consequences of something like that is you're going to have roads deteriorate, you're going to have water problems, things wear out. You're not addressing those issues.
Anderson says in the last 15 years, Orem's debt has skyrocketed 430%, meaning Orem will inevitably have to raise taxes. But Downs says the city is prepared because they've taken care of all other priorities in the budget, and there's still a little left over.
With the 2% increase, we know that even if we see a drop again a little bit, we can continue to sustain that because there's enough of a buffer.
Orem City employees will see the raise on their next paychecks, but Anderson says he'll keep working for a better solution. Live in the newsroom, Eric Mock, 11 News.
So, Eric, what does Anderson want to do about it? I mean, is he proposing to take back the raises?
No, Justin, but he's suggesting to privatize city departments so raises will be based on how hard employees work and not on a general city council vote.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you, Eric.
Provo's Teen Hotline is causing a tug of war between Provo City officials and state lawmakers.
It's not about the hotline itself, but about the phone number that teens can call. Utah lawmakers want to use the number 311 for a teen safety tip line, but Provo City already uses it. 11 News reporter Eric Mock tells us why both say they can't live without this phone number.
Both Provo City officials and state congressmen agree that a tip line is a good thing, but they can't agree on who needs the numbers more. Senator Daniel Thatcher insists that it has to be 311 because it's the only three-digit number that's not already used by the state or federal government. He says his goal is to create a unified teen helpline for all of Utah, and an easy-to-remember number is crucial to its success.
Think about a kid that is sitting alone in a dark place. Are they more likely to remember a 10-digit number or 311?
Provo is already using 311 as a consolidated customer service line and says it's working too well to give it up. Lawmakers drafted a new version of the bill which allows Provo to keep the number, but this tip line would no longer be connected throughout the state.
To us, it's really not a compromise. So when you're in Provo, it works one way, but if you're in Mapleton, it works a completely separate way. And we want to provide consistency.
He says that Provo is an example to other cities of good customer service, and some have approached them wanting to implement a 311 customer service line. Provo officials say they want other cities to have this resource, so they want to sit down with the senator to talk about other options before the Senate does anything with the bill. Senator Thatcher says there's time to talk because the bill won't go into effect until September of next year. Although there is time for Provo officials and lawmakers to get together, Thatcher says that if they don't iron out Provo's concerns before next year, it could shut the whole bill down for good. John?